Welcome back to Models Talk. My name is Katerina.
And I'm Candace.
And today's guest is beautiful. She's funny and she's a cancer survivor.
And so much more. So let's talk to the incomparable Syd Wilder. So I knew when Syd Wilder was coming today, we're going to have a great time. It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
So I want to see your shoes because I know we're not going to get a chance to see them.
Here you go, girl. Here you go.
These.
I got Jesus on my feet. I don't know if you can see this,
shoes.
but Jesus is on my feet. All right.
That's the first thing I saw you this morning. You're getting out of your car, and I'm like, those shoes, they're incredible.
I've gotten so many compliments on them today. I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys.
6 compliments this morning, and it's like only 9 o'clock.
Gosh, I feel like I should wear these every day.
You should, and you look like you're 6 feet tall.
I know, it's so intimidating. I like it. And like, watch out, boys.
Because I'm like in my sweats, and I'm looking up at you this morning, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, you're like a tall, beautiful, skinny supermodel.
First of all, those are the hottest sweats I've ever seen. If those are your sweats, because you looked hot. I was like, okay, girl, hey, what's up?
No, I appreciate it. But now you told me that when you were a little kid.
Yeah.
So were you like a child supermodel?
I was a child supermodel. Yeah.
And that's how you got into the business?
Yeah, that's exactly how I got into the business.
That's what I thought. I can totally see you that way.
Yeah, they thought I was a boy, but you know, it's okay because, you know, I found my niche market.
You're like a boy child supermodel. That's what it is.
I was like, I wish we could have them up on the screen right now because it was so bad. It was so bad. But yeah, I had no reason whatsoever to be a model or compete in beauty pageants, but I tried.
But you did. That's right. You started out competing in beauty pageants at what age?
The age that I wasn't aesthetically ready to be competing in.
A beauty pageant. Now when I saw pictures of it, because I've seen on Instagram, you had like shorter hair and you had glasses.
Yeah, I was in braces. I had braces. My first pageant, I had red and pink braces because it was Valentine's Day, and I got first runner-up out of 2 people.
Oh, that's awesome.
I was one of 2.
One of 2. So first runner-up is second out of 2.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. But no, all serious, all joking aside, I also know, and I'm from the South, and this is what I think is so cool because I never knew this about you. Yeah. You're like a country western singer at age 14. Explain this to me. I don't even know how.
So I started writing lyrics, and how I got into modeling, actually, because it kind of ties into the country thing. So I used to sneak out of my house because I was crazy and wild, and it was really easy, because my mom was a single mom, so I was like, bye.
So you were like 14, around it. Okay.
So I would sneak out and I would go to Wild Bill's, and I would compete in dance competitions, like like twerking. Like I'd be against all of these like downtown Atlanta, like legit, like you need to be careful. But I won, and I was like so worried that they would hate me, but they actually liked me, and I won tickets to Frosty the Showman. And so I went to Frosty the Showman and I met a photographer. He's like, hey, have you ever tried modeling? I was like, no, what's that? And so I started modeling, and then I got kind of bored with it. And I did some local ads, some billboards and stuff, and wedding catalogs, just the local stuff. And then I found music, and it was really fun to like transition to that because modeling it's fun and it's great, but it's you kind of want more as an artist. You want to continue to develop and grow, and so that's how I got into music.
So you used modeling as kind of a way to segue into the entertainment industry, aside from country western music.
Yeah.
So, okay, and then, because you're like 5'10" and you're super skinny, so people have got to have noticed you at that time and said you should be a model. And so now, this is what just kills me, is because you're so freaking hilarious all the time. I'm not joking. For the moment that we saw each other this morning, you've kept me in stitches the whole time.
I'm trying.
I've known you since you were, I think, 19 years old. You've always been funny. You always have a smile on your face. You always have this amazing energy that's going to light up any single room.
I love you. Oh my
Which is true. It's true. So, but I want to ask a question. It's so funny because I think a lot of people believe that if you're hot, you can't be funny, or if you're a woman, you can't be funny. Have you come up against that?
That happens to me all of the time, and that's actually the act. So I'm gonna get back into stand-up, and that's a part of my bit. I'm gonna have a projector and have my old, photos of me, because I get treated so differently. It's so interesting because the other day I was in, my little court outfit, and I looked very, waspy and conservative. Everyone was nice to me, but when I'm dressed up like this, especially when I travel, they're so mean. So it's very interesting how you're perceived, because not only do people just think that you're a bitch because you look hot. I'm sorry if you're not allowed to curse, probably will be happening a lot. I'm not really that sorry. But, it's interesting because if you're funny, that's even like another thing on it. You know,
Well,
they're like, what? And you're funny? No.
What they also don't understand is because you are hot, but is it that women treat you poorly, that they're mean to you, or is it men that treat
Oh, it's
you poorly?
everyone. It's everyone, because they just want to kind of like, you know, give the hot girl some shit because they think that your life is easy. And I'm like, honey, you don't know me.
Right,
You
right.
know?
And then also talking about stand-up, because I think that talk about one of the most, I mean, like the most sexist parts of the entertainment industry.
So true.
It's such an old boys network. It always has been.
And no boy wants you to be funnier than
No,
them.
no. First off, you can't be a woman and be funny and do stand up. This I know.
No.
The double whammy is if you're hot and you're a woman and you're trying to do stand up.
And they hate you even
They
more.
hate you. Even the people that are supposed to be supporting you because you're the comedian, so are they. They're the ones that want to knock you off the stage.
It's so funny because they're like, well, she can do this. I can do this, you know? And it's like, no, they can't. Well, I have a joke for you. That's the funniest thing, because there are people that aren't funny that are guys that are like, oh, you should write this down. I'm like, where was the joke? Like, did you say something?
I missed it. What was it again?
Yeah.
So what do you do to hecklers that are out there? Because I know you do stand up. I've seen your stand up when people are out there trying to get you because you're hot.
Well, you know, it's a really good question. It all depends, because, you know, I'm a very sensitive person, like, you know, most people. And when you're up there, it all depends on how I'm feeling that night. I don't want to have a Kramer moment, you know, and like just go off.
Oh, yeah, totally.
But it all depends on how I want to handle it. I'm usually very quick on my feet and I have something to say immediately back. But you just have to be very careful when you go in there and know, like, the mindset is like, okay, listen, my job here is to make people laugh. There's going to be people like bullies in high school, because I literally was just at a show this weekend and I felt so bad because my girlfriend was performing. She just broke up with her boyfriend. Horrible state of mind, you know, but like she still got up on that stage and I was like, girl, I'm so proud of you for getting back up there. But there's hecklers and they were so mean, and she just was, you know, she was a little too fragile to like take it. So you just have to go in there like knowing it's going to be a battle and you're in it to win it, and you can't let those people get to you.
Right, absolutely.
So you have to take control of the room when that happens.
And I think that in life you kind of do that, because I've watched you before, and I think that, you know, there was a quote that I saw online and you were saying, you know, basically you just kind of got to go for it and you just got to keep going and don't let basically the turkeys get you down.
Yeah.
And I feel like you've done that in your life and you've gone through so much in your life.
Thank you, yeah.
I mean, even like we're talking about challenges that, you know, I always ask, you know, what are the challenges that you've gone through? And I think one of the ones that you had that a lot of people wouldn't expect in somebody in their 20s, that you were also a cancer survivor too.
Yeah, cervical cancer, the best kind for a model.
You had to deal with something that was completely unrelated to just like, you know, literally having a bad hair day.
Oh my
Like
gosh. Yeah, well, I had a bad, you know, vaginal hair day that day,
Yeah.
that's for sure. I'm sorry. I was like, sorry to my oncologist, didn't feel like I needed to shave. I'm sure you've seen it before.
So how did you deal with that and still pursue your career and still model and do acting and comedy?
You know, it's really funny. I got named like right after I had I had a couple surgeries. Right after I had one of them, they're like, you're Ask Men's top 99 hottest women. Like right after surgery, I was like, oh yeah, I feel that right now. Like my vagina was just burned. Yeah, awesome, great. But you know, you just gotta keep pushing through. It's when I have work, it really helps me to like keep going. Like I'm really strong in my faith, and I try to keep people I love that love me back around me. Like, you know, keep my circle really tight, because if you hang around unsupportive people, and this is a really hard business to be in, you know, people just always kind of want to take advantage of you. But if you keep that network of people that really love you and believe in you, and you believe in yourself and love yourself, you can do anything.
You know, that's a really good point. How do you know in this business when people are trying to take advantage of you and just want something from you, or if they're really true and they really want to be your friend? It's so hard to tell in this industry.
It is. I think they're all full of shit until they prove me otherwise. That's my philosophy.
And that's with dating too. For me.
Oh my gosh! Can we just talk about that?
It is true though. It's like until you prove me otherwise, that's quite often what I'm thinking.
Yeah, like
know?
honestly, unless you know that it's worth it. Like if you know, okay, well, this is gonna be full of shit. You're gonna get something. I'm gonna get something awesome. Let's just do that. Like, you know, not play games. Like, it's so hard because you go have drinks with someone and you hang out with them all the time and you work with them, but they're not really your friends. You work with them. That's it. You know, so you got to kind of keep that boundary there and like always know that.
So the people that are your close friends, would you consider them people that you've known before you were really successful in the entertainment industry?
Absolutely.
And then those are your home core.
Yeah.
And then the other people are people that you work with. And that's kind of the way I keep it as well.
You kind of have to, you know, just to keep your mental clarity and sanity. You know what I mean?
Right, right. Right, definitely.
It's hard.
Now, you're so much of what you do and what I love is the fact that you create a lot of your own content.
I try.
You write it, you produce it, you direct it, you star in it. Tell us about like your YouTube channel. Like, how many followers do you have, and what is it like controlling your own
content?
Your own content.
It's so much more fun to make your own content and actually perform it and get to share it with the world than having to go on an audition for words that you just don't want to like say out loud.
That are not yours.
Oh, I'm getting so much more into writing now, you have no idea. And developing characters is so much fun for me because everyone kind of looks at, you know, obviously me as a model right now. But to play Frances, I don't know if you've seen Frances, you know, and all the other.
Who's the lady with the curly hair?
That's Frances. Yeah, the 31-year-old.
You look like you're out like my mom, my friend's mom, my girlfriend Nancy.
Yeah.
Her mom in the 1970s is Frances.
Exactly.
I am not joking.
Exactly.
The outfit, everything. You're just so funny.
And she's like that awkward person that you're like, you don't want to make eye contact with. That's like, you know, like super nervous, and you're like, you're nervous because she's nervous, and you're like, oh my God, I love people like that.
And you created that.
I did, yeah, because I was putting together a reel for Just for Laughs, and I don't know, I love to make characters, I love to make comedy, I love to make people laugh. That's like something that I really enjoy doing and want to continue to do.
I think that you get a big kick out of it because when we're not on and we're just sitting around doing nothing, you're still making people laugh.
I just love it. Life is hard. You got to laugh through it. You know, there's so much bullshit that gets thrown at you and other people all day, every day. And you just kind of have to find the humor in it because it's going to happen. You know what I mean? Life isn't fair, and you just have to like play the hand that you're dealt.
Exactly. You're not saying that bad things aren't going to happen to you because it's in this entertainment industry, no matter what, you're going to have some challenges. But it's like how you perceive it and how you look at it and how you deal with it.
Yeah, because life is going to be harder for some people and easier for some people, but you just have to like make the best of it.
Yeah,
you know?
No, absolutely.
You know? So I don't know. That's what I love about comedy. That's what I love about creating my characters. And it's been doing really well on my Instagram. YouTube, I haven't really uploaded that much. I got to get better at that. I'm starting a podcast, and so hopefully I can be able to like talk about. It's called Girl Instarrupted.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so I'm really excited about it, and I get to actually like have a conversation because that's the hard part about being a model. People think that you're one-dimensional. People think that, you know, you can't have a voice, you can't be funny, you can't do anything else other than just look at you. Especially with like, I love the social media platforms, but people just perceive you as this one-dimensional person, and it really bothers me.
Well, so do you on your Instagram and on your other social media, do you choose to do still images or do you do more video? Because I feel like you really come to life to me when people hear you. You know what I mean? And when they talk to you for 5 seconds even.
Yes. Well, it's hard because I'm my own, you know, one-stop shop over here. So it's like I'm trying to get all of that together. It just takes a little bit longer for me. But I would love to post more videos and produce more videos. It just takes a little bit of time. But I have no strategy for that. I should get way better at that. I'm like, what do I want to post today?
Well, that's what I was about to say, because I know that you have like a powerhouse of people, you know, behind you, that you've got, you know, your agents, you've got your manager, you've got your PR people, and you've got a coterie of people that are helping you with your career. So for you, it's great. For models that are just starting out in the industry, what would you suggest to them? Because they may not be able to have that or be at that level, you know, just coming in.
Honestly, I feel like make sure your boyfriend or whoever the hell you're dating is a really good photographer. If not, cancel them. Find a best friend that's good at taking photos of you or your family member. I don't care. And then just shoot your own stuff, post your own content, have your own voice, follow what you want. There's a lot of weird managers out there that have no business managing you. There's a lot of people that say that they can help you that have no contacts whatsoever.
Right.
Instagram is amazing. Social media platforms are amazing. You can meet anyone you want online. You know, just make your own content, get it out there, and, you know, make your own network.
So what are some of the other challenges that you've had since you've been in the entertainment industry?
Well, you know, obviously I'm going through like this divorce, and it's been really stressful, and I've lost a lot of my hair. So yeah, I posted a photo about that online, but it's like it keeps getting worse. And when you're showing up to a shoot, you want to feel as confident as you can.
Absolutely.
And it's just really hard to try to be like, okay, I'm still hot, but thank God for extensions. You know what I mean? That's like the hardest.
If it's anything, I can't even tell. I think you have gorgeous, beautiful, full hair as always. I would have never known.
It's not mine. It's not mine. But no, just like keeping a positive, I know, right? It's like you pay for it. But keeping a positive attitude and like continuing to want to stay healthy, to stay fit, you know, all of that. Because I mean, thank God for Photoshop too. But you know, that's been something that's hard to balance. You know, dealing with all
your
of
personal life.
Yeah.
And then keeping your business going and keeping it moving forward at the
I
same
don't know
time.
how everyone being an adult sucks.
I know, it's so
It's so hard. But what's weird is like my modeling career has taken off so much more as I've gotten older than it was obviously with my child modeling. Like I was a superstar, but like I'm working way more now than I was then.
When you were like 5 or 6.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
In the rodeo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should have tried the rodeo. That probably would have been more successful. But yeah, that's the hardest part, is trying to balance all of that and you know, keep the hustle.
Yeah, like I think you are like always keeping the hustle, but also like you said, it's important to take out time for yourself.
Very important.
You know, what do you do? I know you do yoga.
I do
That's
yoga.
right.
I love yoga. I honestly, I listen to Joel Osteen, and I know people think he's hacky, but it's like kind of like Tony Robbins, and it really like, you know, inspires me and helps me. And I spend a lot of time with my mom and my family, and dance. I love to dance.
Yeah, I see you do your dance videos.
Dancing makes me so happy. Everyone's like, you're a dancer. I'm like, no, that's a whole different career, girl. Like, no, I don't have time for that. I don't have time for that. If I did, I so would. But my old dance partner was like, we need to compete. And I'm like, I would love to do that. However, time.
Right. No, I know. But I also know that I read that you take time out to read, and so many people today just don't do that. And you always do.
I love books. When I was little, I used to always go to the library because that was my favorite place to be. I would run away when I, you know, didn't go out to clubs, you know, obviously younger. And that's where I'd go, was the library. I'd love the library, love books. And I have like a whole stack of books that I'm trying to read right now. And it's so hard to get through all of them, but I definitely make the time to do that.
Those nightclubs or library?
That was, yeah, now it's all library. I could care less about the nightclubs unless you're paying me, honey. I don't have any interest. You know, I just don't. Like, why do I want someone to put any drinks on my shoes and then push? No.
It's not worth it. Lipstick stains everywhere.
No.
Well, Syd, it was so awesome.
Thank you,
so
Candace.
much for
I love
coming
you.
today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for coming today. It was so much fun.
And thank you, Katarina and Viva Glam. You guys are my angels. Thank you. I love you.
On the next episode of Models Talk, Abla Sophie tells me about the hardships that she faced being an Arabic model, and how many back in her home country of Morocco think she's become too Americanized.